Well, good morning again, and welcome back to Morning Coffee here on the Radio Vision Network. And look, it's the holidays, and this year they're going to be spending more online than ever before, okay? They're saying that e-commerce, it's going to be going up between 7 and 10%, and that equates to like $117 billion going to be spent online this year. So, really, your security online is more important than ever before. You need to be aware of this stuff. You need the information. So, I have an expert on the line with me to help out with all of this stuff. Her name is Kirsten Hoyt, and she is the academic dean of the College of Information Systems and Technology. Good morning, Kirsten, and welcome to Morning Coffee.
Good morning.
So this is like super important stuff because with all this online shopping and e-commerce, it really lends to a lot of shady and bad stuff like identity theft. So I guess I need to know, why is the holidays, why are these scammers preying on people during the holidays? Why is identity theft so much more popular around the holidays?
Well, if you think about it, Black Friday is known for all of the shopping that happens around the Christmas holiday, and you're out doing more. There's just more shopping that happens in this time of year, and so it becomes a bigger target for identity theft.
Yeah, you know what? I wish that these scammers would use their powers for good rather than evil because, man, we'd be able to solve a lot of problems. But
absolutely,
what are some ways that they're like, I know they're getting more creative, so what are some ways that they're like breaching people's identity?
Well, some of the biggest risks actually happen in Wi-Fi networks. And so there are a lot of public Wi-Fi networks out there. They're at the airport, they're at your local coffee shop, and using those puts yourself at risk because that open network, your personal identifiable information is not secure. And so that's one of the biggest risks. And the next one after that would be passwords and making sure you have secure and safe passwords.
So, I mean, really, I fall victim of this myself. I don't change my passwords enough. I think I would suggest to everybody right now, if you haven't changed your password in a while, go change it now. And change it for change it for your email, change it for Amazon, change it for everywhere you shop. It's just an easy way, right? It's an easy way to kind of help add a layer.
Yeah, and it's interesting because 75% of the people that we surveyed are just fine being in a public Wi-Fi network too, and 25% of them use it all the time. So there's a lot of people out there, taking risky measures.
Yeah, I mean, is there a way to kind of protect yourself from that public Wi-Fi? Because I know that when I'm in public, like, and my phone wants to connect to the Wi-Fi, it gives me all these warnings like, oh, your information is public and everybody can see it. Is there any way to make that more secure, or is that kind of out of our hands?
Well, a public Wi-Fi network is not secure. The only way to secure it would be if you have a virtual private network or a VPN. So to be able to you can connect to the Wi-Fi network, connect VPN, and then start doing things. But even still, that's a little bit more risky than just being on the data on your cell phone or using your home network or even a family member's home network or where you know that your network is secure.
Yeah, look, you just got to be smart about it. And I think that's like the biggest thing that people forget. Just use your common sense, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you mentioned a survey a second ago, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about it. Did you guys have any other findings or conclusions that you came from that survey that you did?
Well, it was interesting. We did this survey last year, and then asked similar questions again this year, and haven't seen a huge difference in the number of people who are at threat. I mean, we had 81% last year, 79 or 75% this year, who still feel like they're not safe online, and yet they're not doing anything to protect themselves. And that's a similar data trend from last year, and that only 25% or so of the people who feel threatened are actually doing something about identity theft and prevention.
Yeah, I mean, that seems really counterintuitive. I mean, people know it's a problem. I don't understand why they don't take the simple measures like changing your password to try to protect yourself.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. And cybersecurity is it's a huge risk right now. It's a growing industry, a growing field of work. There's close to 209,000 jobs that are open right now in cybersecurity. So preventing this would be, we need the workforce out there to help prevent this.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like this isn't going to go away. We're always going to have to worry about our cybersecurity. So, how do we battle these guys long term? Is it just a matter of like preventative continuing maintenance or what? But these guys aren't going away, so we need to know. How do we battle them?
Yep. Well, you're seeing what you're seeing in the marketplace is a greater investment in cybersecurity at the corporate level, and somewhat at the personal level. And with that, you always have somebody who's hacking, whose job is to hack, and they're looking for your information, and then it escalates. So they escalate, and we escalate to try to prevent. And there's this balance that goes back and forth, and it's a matter of getting a workforce out there. This is a big field that's growing, and it's training up that workforce.
Yeah, and you know what? I would think that you guys, getting in school is probably the best thing because these jobs are going to need to get filled. And it's really an important kind of thing because, look, our cybersecurity, we live on the internet. We're Radio Vision Network. We are on the internet. You guys should be concerned with this stuff. So Kirsten, I got to ask you, where do I go to get more information about my cybersecurity?
So there are a couple websites that you can go to. One is if you want to go into this field and look for degrees or certificates. PhoenixStudyDU/technology houses all of our degree programs and certificate programs. And if you're looking for determining whether or not your personal information is safe or a website is safe, Norton has some great websites sites on their site that actually allow you to type in the web address and to check to see if the site is safe. And then the Federal Trade Commission has sites just on how to protect your personal information.
Nice. Check that out. Kirsten, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me this morning.
Glad to be there. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome. That was Kirsten Hoyt. She's the Academic Dean of the College of Information Systems and Technology. That was really great stuff about cybersecurity, so make sure you follow her advice. Now, I'm going to take a quick break here on Morning Coffee. But you're not going to go anywhere, right? You're going to stay right there because we're going to be right back here on the Radio Vision Network.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be.